Howdy folks, welcome back to World of Tanks with the mighty Jingles. I had some pretty good games in World of Tanks last week, and I'm going to show you two of them today. The first one, it's a tier 9 medium tank platoon. Well, technically it is. It's myself, Ike, and Quickie Baby, all in the M46 pattern on the... I've forgotten the name of this map. Sacred Valley map. I keep thinking Korea. I know it's set in Korea, but I can never remember the name of the map. And I say that it's only technically a tier 9 medium tank platoon because basically I screw up right at the beginning of this game and pretty much play this match on my own. I do like the M46 pattern though. This, for a long time, until the Centurion Mark 7 was introduced, this was my favourite tank in World of Tanks, and it's been buffed a couple of patches back. The gun was never the most accurate gun in the world, and it still isn't, but it's better than it was. Now, right at the start of this match, played on Quickie Baby's live stream. Quickie Baby said, okay, we're all going to head west together. And Ike said, yep. And I said, yep. And then I got my east and my west mixed up. You know, because I'm crap. And drove straight up the east, up to the monastery on the top of the hill. And it wasn't until after I'd gotten to the top of the hill that I realised, well, I wasn't alone up here, but I was the only tier 9 up here. At least the only tier 9 on our team. And things could have gone horribly, horribly, horribly wrong. We're not top tier either, by the way. It's a tier 10 match. They've got an IS-4, an E5, an E4, and a T-57 heavy. And there's quite a few tier 9s on both teams as well. But that Walker Bulldog is definitely, well, he is not having a good game. He's out already. And he's a good player. And the Walker Bulldog is not the kind of light tank you want to underestimate. And there's one of their other scouts, the VK2801. First shot misses. Back up, in case I've been spotted. Second shot does not miss. So, you know, I had a pretty good start. Then I looked around and, okay, I'm up here and we've taken out two of their scouts. What kind of backup do I have? There's a T-34-2. Okay. Not a particularly good tank. And we've got a Type 61 coming up as well. So that's good. The Type 61's a decent machine. And it was actually at around about exactly this point where I thought, hang on, where's my platoon? Oh, I've gone the wrong way. Great. But I'm up here now, there's nothing I can do. And I do have a bit of a brain fart moment here looking at this waffle tractor Panzer IV. I thought that he was closer than he was. He was actually on the other side of that wall and trying to put an armour-piercing shot through the wall and hit him. And for some reason I was still convinced he was there. But he's not. He's actually on the other side of the mountain, on the far side of the wall. And in fact, he's actually already turned around and run away. He doesn't like the look of, you know, these three mediums up here. They still have a T-69 and a Jagdtiger up there. So nobody's getting shot at anymore, so let's advance. There's the T-69. I've been detected. I put one through the wall, and he bounces off me. Now, neither the T-69 or the M46 are particularly well-armoured tanks, but his second shot actually hits the building in front of me, so again, he's bounced off me, but I keep bouncing off him as well. There's one that goes in. The thing about these tanks is that while they're not particularly well armoured, they do have, well, shooting at the turrets of these things, despite the lack of actual armour thickness, they've taken care of the Type 69 by the way, and now the Jagdtigers are all known. Despite the actual armour thickness, they do have very sort of rounded and sloped kind of turrets, and while you should never ever expect your turret to save you from a shot when you're driving a tank like this, or the T-69, they can and often do. Now, that was unexpected. We thought that the Jagdtiger had fired, and this T-34-2 ate two big shots. And there's a T-30 down there, and there's the waffle tractor. Well, I can kill the waffle tractor, so I do that. The Jagdtiger's backing up, he's in all kinds of trouble. I don't have a shot on him, but I do have a shot at the T-30, and I do get kind of unlucky there. I know what T-30s are like, I know how inaccurate they are, I know how long they have to aim, and I did have a lot of good cover up here, so I thought I'd get away with taking a shot at him, and I did hit him, but he hit me in return, and T-30s do a hell of a lot more damage than M46s, but this is a decent position. The Type 61's managed to get down off the hill, he's pushing forward. There's the T-30. Managed to plant another shot into it. The Jagdtiger's been killed. This ain't too bad at all. The T-30 fires again, and I think he actually managed to kill the T-34-2 who popped out behind me. He got sick. Yeah, there he is. He's dead. Well, the T-30 got sick and tired of taking shots at me. He killed the T-34 too and pulled back into cover, which gives me the opportunity to get down off this hill and go up and support this Type 61. T-30's in all kinds of trouble, but it's a question of how much damage he can do to us before we take him out. He's only going to get to fire once, and then he's a dead man. And, okay, he's fired. He's hit the Type 61. Type 61's on perilously low health. And then I take a hit from a T-110E5, who seriously miscalculated, because I have the health to spare, the Type 61 doesn't. So now he's fighting 2 tanks instead of just 1. Well, actually now he's fighting 3. A wild T-71 appears. The E5 should have killed the Type 61 first. He would probably have still died, but he might have been able to kill me as well. Instead, 3 guns firing at him rather than just 1 or 2, and he paid the price for it. Unfortunately, we've just lost another 2 tanks, so we're still leading by 1 kill, and I bounce another shot there, and it's not the M103. There's a Rheinmetall Borsig camping up at the back of the cap there that didn't get spotted until he fired. Now, the M103 is going after that Type 61, and I'm trying to... I want to support the Type 61, but I don't want to die doing it, because I'm on such low health that Borsig can kill me. But I need to make the most of this, because the M103's just fired. I plant 1 into him. I can afford to take a hit, and now I need to kill this guy. And right there where the frontal drive wheel actually meets the lower hull, that's the weak spot. So, I can't afford to take another hit, and I know that there's a Rheinmetall Borsig up there, so I am getting the hell back and into concealment and getting all kinds of cover between myself and where that guy was last spotted, as this Aufklärungspanzer Panther rushes forward and starts capping. Now, I don't have an awful lot of options at this point. The scores are tied, it's 4 tanks each. We've got our T110E4 and AMX-50B fighting it out with their IS-4 and VK-4502, and in fact with all 3 of their heavy tanks. I know that Borsig is up there, but I also know he's waiting for me to break cover, and right now the best thing I can do is just to sit put and be patient. He can kill me with 1 shot. The pressure is on him. He is going to have to break cover, because he is going to have to hit and reset the cap on that Aufklärungspanzer Panther. And I just need to wait for him to do that, for him to give his position away, not to just blunder forward, and there he is. He can't wait any longer, he's come out. My first shot misses. Oh no. And he's going after, well, thankfully he's not aiming at me. I put 1 shot into him, it's going to take 1 more. He still hasn't hit the Aufklärungspanzer Panther, but he's decided he's going to have to finish me off. He fires, and it hits the wreck of the tank in front of him. I fire, and I miss again. Oh, Jingles, what are you doing? But I'm reasonably confident that I can beat this guy's reload. And I can. So, eventually, I do actually manage to kill this guy. And the Aufklärungspanzer Panzer, or the Aufklärungspanzer Panther even, hasn't been hit. He's still got all of his cap points. There's only 1 enemy tank left. It's the IS-4. He's like, no cap, pussies. Like he thinks he's going to taunt me into leaving the cap and going looking for him. Dude, I was in the military for 22 years. I have been taunted by experts, right? You're going to have to do better than that. We're just going to take the win. Thanks very much. Can't blame him for trying, of course. It was the only way he could possibly prevent that from being a loss. But there is just no way. I mean, a bottom-tier light tank and me on barely 100 health going after an IS-4 when all we had to do to win was nothing? No. I have seen people do it. I've seen people throw away guaranteed wins just to go and chase after the last tank and then watch that last tank kill all of them. But, yeah, not today, sunshine. Sorry. And a real shame for the IS-4 driver, because he played a fantastic game. Unfortunately, there has to be a loser, and today it was not going to be me. Well, the very next game that we played after this, and I'm not going to show it to you because it was a disastrously bad match, but we won, and by some miracle we also managed to get Tank Destroyer 14 mission complete. It was actually an SU-100Y platoon. And the reason I say by some miracle is because it was a terrible, terrible game. Between the 3 of us, in SU-100Ys, we only managed to do 1,500 damage. And yet, somehow, that was still 30% of all the damage that our team did to the enemy team combined. And so, Tank Destroyer Mission 14, complete. With honours. So, yeah. It's not a bad consolation prize, isn't it? When you come out of an utter disaster of a game to find out that somehow you've managed to complete a personal mission. I mean, think about it. We only did 1,500 damage between the three of us, and that was 30%, at least, of the combined total of damage that the rest of our team had managed to do. And yet, somehow, we still won. So, I'm not going to question it. Now, at this stage during the live stream, we weren't actually picking the tanks that we were going to drive because it was poll tank time, where Quickie Baby allows his live stream viewers to vote on which tanks we're going to drive, and by a stroke of luck, the very next machine in the lineup was the Object 704. I might actually have a shot at Tank Destroyer Mission 15 here. Let's have a look. What do we have to do? 4,000 damage and survive. And I'm in the Object 704. All you have to do is not suck. Come on, Daddy. Jingles needs his first female crew member. Let's get this done. Come on, baby. Who wants some of this? Who wants some hot BL10 loving? 286mm of penetration and 750 average damage. Centurion, you want some of this? You can have some of this. He's not feeling very clever anymore. Who's next? Who wants some hot BL10 loving? Walker Bulldog? No? No? You don't want some of that? Type 61? No? How about the Centurion? Is that really a T25 too? It was. Well, there's the secondary objectives complete. Oh, a KV4. And he's on fire, which means that he's now on such low health that this is going to kill him. This gun is amazing. When it behaves itself. It doesn't always behave itself. But I had taken all the necessary precautions that you're required to take when you're driving a Russian vehicle with a big gun. I'd sent the required number of political dissidents to the Gulag, and oh boy, Stalin had my back on this one. Look at these bouncers. Practically the only thing on the enemy team that ever managed to penetrate my armour was that Type 61. And the 704's armour isn't that good. Physically, it's only 120mm thick, at the most. But it's not the thickness, it's the sloping. This thing is sloped back. Oh, hang on a minute. Cruelty to children and small animals, please avert your eyes. What kind of sick monster sends babies to fight me? Oh, I love this gun. I love this gun, and I love this machine. That Type 61 is really starting to get on my nerves. Right. You want some of this? You too can have some of this, comrade. And, yeah, how do you like them apples? Well, I think I've done my 4,000 damage. And some. And I've got my... Oh, hang on a minute. Tiger. Tiger? Tiger's gone. You know what? I do have to give credit to our scouts, by the way. That T-54 lightweight. Most of what you see here... Oh, there's the Tiger. Oh, dear, it's just cruelty to children now, isn't it? But most of what you see here would not have been possible if that T-54 lightweight up there hadn't been doing a fantastic job of scouting. Not alone. I mean, there's plenty of other guys up there, and that's pretty much... Oh, no, he's dead. That's it. I'm going to have to settle for 5,000 damage done in the Object 704 in a Tier 9 maximum map. Here on... I can't even remember the name of the map. It doesn't matter. So, yes, Tank Destroyer 15 mission. Finally complete. Do 4,000 damage, secondary conditions, destroy at least one enemy vehicle. So, feeling pretty good about myself? Yeah, high caliber, big deal, fine. Come on, cut to the chase. Where's my, Yeah, top on damage done, top on XP. Yeah, fine. Yes, 30,000 credit profit. Where's my female crew member and my free barrack slot? What do you mean, mission not complete? What are you talking about? Look, it's right there. 4,000 damage, 1 kill. 3 kills, and 5,000 damage. Jingles, look at the bottom of the screen.
Search your feelings, you know it to be true. No!
Right, that's it. Done. I've had enough. I'm going to play Hello Kitty Online. Fuck it.